when we found ourselves having our third child, and the nurse noticed that she had turned a bluish color, and she said, "I'm very concerned," and kept Gabi in ICU. And they said they don't know what had happened, but they sent her home with oxygen and just said they're going to have to watch her. We noticed weeks later that Gabi just had no use of her right side of her body. We booked an appointment to go and see a pediatric neurologist, and she said, "Your little Gabi has had a major stroke and it will severely impact her future. She will be very unlikely able to walk or talk, and that we should probably prepare ourselves for Gabi not being able to be a very functional little girl." We asked what could we do, and the doctor said there's nothing you can really do. You can try therapy. My wife and I are looking, going, there has to be something. God, please, this is a little gift from you, and the thought of her being in a wheelchair her whole life is just not something we'd ever even imagine for our lives. So please help us. We realize that we don't even know if this doctor's good. She may be great, she may be horrible. It was impossible for us to be able to tell. So we started to call around the country, and we were told the same thing. At all these places, you're going to have to come and see us. We said, well, before we fly out to LA, before we fly out to Boston, could we just speak with the doctor and ask a few questions? And the answer was always, no, you can't do that. Like, hey, this is a big imposition. We've got 3 kids. We have to find childcare to fly up. Can I just have 10 minutes with the doctor? Nope, that's not how this works. So we had heard that Texas Children's was a remarkable hospital. Made an appointment, called, and we explained our case. We worried she's not developing properly. There must be something we can do. And they said, well, no, there's nothing you can do. That's a 4-month waiting list. We go to the appointment now, and she looks at Gabi, starts to assess her, and she said, yeah, she's had a stroke, and I don't work with stroke. And the doctor very casually said, not to worry, I've got a great doctor for you. And they said, this doctor has a 3-month waiting list. We're wondering, is our child going to be increasingly permanently damaged because we don't even know what to do? So many people in this battle getting bad news that they don't know what to do with, yet there's a doctor somewhere in the country who knows exactly what to do. Do we really have to wait months to be able to get to the point where a doctor can say, oh, here's where you need to go and here's what you need to do? So I would lie awake at night and dream of a way to be able to have a video consult with one of these doctors. The 2 things we realized along this journey was that, firstly, it's so hard to know who's the real expert. The second part is, even if you know who the expert is, how do you get hold of them? We figured that we could not only find a solution for Gabi, but we may be able to find a solution for thousands or millions of families across the world. And that's the moment when 2nd.MD was birthed. And so as we start to think about how we're going to do this business, and I'm thinking, what's one of the first specialties we need? We need a remarkable pediatric neurologist. So we found this pediatric neurologist. We sat opposite a computer with a doctor who clearly looked like they cared. And we realized that this doctor, who we've never met, has given us more clarity and more hope than the doctors that we have waited months to see. How many other Gabis are there in the world that could speak to a doctor and have clarity, have hope, know which direction to go? We now have a plan from this organization that the doctor introduced us to of things that we can do with Gabi. And Gabi starts to make some small but continued gains. Gabi, a year later, would walk, but nobody said she would walk. And my little Gabi, she runs. She's in regular school. She learned to surf. My wife and I stood in the ocean just weeping, watching our little Gabi surf that we were told would never be able to do these things. When we started 2nd.MD, the hope was that we would be able to make a difference in thousands of people's lives. The fact that we have over 10 million members now, have done consults in over 45 countries, but the reality is that I was just treading water, trusting God to be able to help our daughter. The fact that He not only helped our daughter, but provided us an opportunity to now help hundreds of thousands of people is an incredible gift and opportunity.